My name is Ebonyi State. I'm a postgraduate student and a lesson in Federal University. I'm here to work on a topic that says sustainable management in construction waste in Ebonyi State. And the course code of the course is Civil 715. So the purpose of this course is to enlighten people to know the importance of managing the material in the site to avoid waste of material and other things. And this course is going to help construction workers to enhance their materials and also help them to preserve their material to avoid excess waste. And another aim of doing this course is also let the construction workers to know the need and the importance for them to preserve their materials and to avoid loss. And because of this loss, it can easily affect the construction process. So the researchers and the past have already worked on waste management in different sectors. So most of them that work on the past, like Dr. Helen in 2022, work on waste treatment and technology, and also sustainable waste management and regulator framework and zero waste strategy circulated in economic principle. Another review in discussion is on solid waste management in Nigeria by Oreluga. And another one that I started work on is air pollution from inclination and production outcome and a multi-site study in 2013. A.O. Cook and C.G. Mech also study the current institution of solid waste management in Nigeria, private institution of higher learning. So all these people also work on the research and make sure that they come up with something that is very important and very useful to the society. Principal background for sustaining construction waste in Ebonyi State. So for us to sustain construction waste management in Ebonyi State, we require a strong fundamental in material quality control, safety regulation, and protocol management policy. The key principle included professional overseeing waste reduction and infrastructure and regulation. Now we have a core principle for sustainability. One of them is quality material, avoiding quack and low grade confidence by enforcing strict standards throughout the Ebonyi State Ministry of Works to enhance structural last at least over 50 years. Second is source reduction, better material exchange and careful cutting to minimize the initial scrap. And that one we need to take care is recycle and recovering, turning timbers, material scrap and block into reusable second items and strictly enforcement, training site workers and enforcing laws for the property on site management. So these are the ways we can sustain construction waste in Ebonyi State. Then by engaging professionals to do the work and also monitor them, the government should bring at agency, especially the Ministry of Works, can monitor the project that are going on the site. And most of the material being left in the site can be used in another process. For instance, timbers, you can use them in another process by using them as a firewood and other things. Another important we need to take care in our site is for us to manage the property we are using as site. For instance, look at this machine now. There is a concrete, and this concrete will make the machine to get old with time. And because of there is no proper maintenance, you can also make it to get old in time. So all these needs to be oil before use and wash, or after use oil, then it can last long. And another thing we need to take care of, look at this chippings. You can find out that this is the waste of materials. You can see a lot of particles of materials
on the site. We need to carefully use professionals in time of this so that we can sustain more material than to waste more material. For this one, this marine board, you can see that already this marine board is already a waste product. So what we need to do is for us to use professionals. Then when we use professionals to handle this kind of project, it is going to help us to save less cost. Like for instance, if this marine board is proper oil, it will not be damaged, it will not damage like this. So that's the other ways we can use to reduce the construction waste and site, and also help to reduce the cost of production or the cost of building in in Ebonyi State. But in conclusion, what we need to do to reduce the cost of construction waste in Ebonyi State, effective waste management infrastructure in Ebonyi State remain weak and require urgent public and private partnership. Modern recycle facility and strong enforcement by the Ebonyi State Environmental Protection Agency to preserve several environmental and public health care crises. Key findings and challenge: infrastructure deficit, lack of approved government function, discussing plans across the urban state like Abakaliki also helps to cause more harm and in the construction waste in Ebonyi State. Second one is health and environmental risk. High presence of materials such as waste material in site also help to pollute the environment and make it to be unuseful and unusable in the drainage. The another one we need to do that we have a regulator weakness, and this make it to be poor implementation of sanitation and lack of low public awareness regarding the proper image. So what we need to do for us to increase the environmental impact in Ebonyi State, that we need to provide an adequate infrastructure that can carry out such investment and also take care of construction waste in Ebonyi State, and also help to reduce the air pollution we can get. And sometimes all this can lead to accumulation of mosquitoes, which in combination, what we need to do is that we need to provide appropriate infrastructure in the state that help to manage the waste we have in the state. Secondly, when engaging people in a construction, we need qualification, we need the professionals who can work on it and make it to be more adequate. Thirdly, the workers need to be trained. Once they train them very well, they will know the right thing to do, and without from them not moving there and there, causing more harm. So the major thing we need to do is we need to have people who can do the work very fine. Peter one, FMC in Abakaliki. So we are here to one of the sites that handle, although the engineer is not on site, which we are already making on, we are already calling on phone. So we are here to help them to find out the importance for them to help to reduce the cost of waste in the site, and this will help them to do more in the site and reduce the waste in timber, concrete, bamboo, and so on and so forth. And for that, it's going to make that construction to be more effective and more beautiful. Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Ebonyi State. Thanks.